Have you heard of the coronavirus pandemic? I think you have. It's been taking a world tour. That is why there's this ugly thing on my face, a mask. Good morning. I am Correia, and today I'll be talking to you about the coronavirus pandemic. The coronavirus, more commonly known as COVID or COVID-19, has hit almost every country across the globe. Some places don't have it, lucky fish. However, here in South Africa, the first case hit in March 2020. When COVID was at its peak during April and May, I began to realize just how I was being affected. This is when the country went into level 5 lockdown. During level 5 lockdown, all South African citizens had to stay at home. Not being able to leave my house infringed on two of my most basic human rights, my right to freedom and my right to an education. I also began to feel imprisoned in my own home. I started to realize a right of mine was denied, and that is not okay. My right to freedom. Being told where to shop, how to dress in the form of masks, what time to be home, as well as being told going on holiday won't be permitted, all infringed on my right to freedom. My freedom of choice was limited further by COVID regulations, as I could no longer shop anywhere I wanted. Instead, only certain shops were allowed to be open. Even then, not all the items were for sale. This meant that as I continued to grow, my clothes shrank, and we were unable just to be able to pop up and buy a bigger size. Another one of my human rights to be affected was my right to an education. Some examples of how this affected me were no more physical school, isolation from friends, no more sports or cultural activities, no longer being able to leave my house and enter the safety of Bryandale Primary School to be greeted by friendly staff whom have my best interests at heart, took a toll on my emotional state. Isolation from friends also affected me on an emotional level, as I could no longer joke with them, share my thoughts, or ask for their advice as easily as I could before. The months spent in lockdown kept me away from the sports field that I participate on, which affected my physical well-being, as well as not getting the regular exercise that I would have if I attended school. I never would have thought that within my lifetime I would experience my basic human rights being violated or infringed upon. But thanks to COVID and the worldwide pandemic that hit, I have fallen victim to this. I will no longer take for granted the basic human rights that all people should be afforded to have, as I now have a deeper understanding of what it feels like when they are violated or infringed upon. Thank you.